Dirk Nowitzki is one of the greatest Dallas Mavericks ever, one of the greatest NBA players ever, and one of my favorite players as well. Watching throughout my childhood and throughout my youth, I just remember his high arcing shots. He would shoot it like Derek Fisher, just launch it 500 feet up into the air. It would come down like a damn missile and fall right through the hoop, swish, as he was one of the first big men to shoot the three, stretch the floor, and he was just an awesome player. If you can tell from, yeah, right here, number 41, I got him as my bobblehead on my background. Dirk, one of my favorite players in the history of the game. I just love everything about him, and most importantly, I love that he brought a championship to the Dallas Mavericks, and he whooped up on King James in year one of that Miami Heat bad man experience, because Dirk, I mean, he's just a great player. He had the accolades. He has the all NBAs. He has he went to a finals going up against the Miami Heat in the 2006 season, but he didn't win until that miraculous 2011 season with the Dallas Mavericks, with a bunch of old guys like Jason Kidd and Jason Terry and Sean Marion and God, who else was on that team? Tyson Chandler. It just wasn't a championship caliber team, but Dirk Nowitzki cemented his legacy as one of the greatest players in the history of the game with that series. Now, what we're going to be doing here is trying to say Dirk Nowitzki was even better. He was so good so that we're going to be building a dynasty with the Dallas Mavericks using the 2K's throwback 2002 whatever system that they have going on here. So we're going to be starting over in the 2002 season with the Dallas Mavericks, of course, led by Dirk Nowitzki. Now, this is when they had Steve Nash, but this was before Steve Nash turned into MVP Steve Nash. Also, apparently, before they had face scans, because holy crap, he looks like he's in... Is this what happens when you take the mask off, Jason? Oh my God.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Avery Johnson, I remember him. This is before he turned into the head coach of the Dallas Mavericks. Avery Johnson, always a savage. Nick Van Exel was on the team. I did not know that. Raja Bell, I believe he goes to the Lakers after this. Adrian Griffin, whose kid is now on the Atlanta Hawks. I don't know Tariq Abdul-Wahad or Adam Harrington. Michael Finley, just a really solid, really steady 3-and-D player back in the day. Eduardo Nahara, 3-point marksman. I think he's got a D rating here. And Walt Williams, don't know who you are, son. And of course, led by Dirk Nowitzki. Does he have any Does Dirk have any nicknames? I'm not actually sure. Popeye Jones? Why do I not know you? You feel like somebody I would remember. Rafe LaFrance is currently the center with Sean Bradley, 7'6" big man. He actually had a tragedy happen, I think. Some bike accident, anyway. And Evan Eschmeyer. So there's a few small moves we're going to make. Normally, I don't do anything in the preseason trade, but Nick Van Exel, I just can't have him be my starting shooting guard. So we'll see who's available to us. Remember all these names of the throwback Penny Hardaway on the Phoenix Suns back in the day. Ooh, they'll give me a first-round pick, too. Katino Mobley was pretty good back in the day. Eric Strickland, Stephen Hunter. Bring in old Robert Horry. That guarantees we're going to go for a championship. Mark Jackson, 37 years old. Brian Grant. Could be an interesting move. What is his three-point rating, though? Because he's power forward, technically. He's got a 25 three-point shot. Yeah, nobody shot the three back in the day. This was just before the NBA started to transform into the NBA that it is today. So I might go after Bonzi Wells here. A little younger, makes a little bit more sense. He's got size. He is locked up for 4 years, but I can be content with a Bonzi at the 2 or an old Penny Hardaway who's earning way too much money. Can Penny shoot at this point? 3-point shot, 79. I mean, kinda. Katino Mobley could be we talked about him. I think I'm gonna go after Bonzi Wells though. Another one of my favorite players back in the day. So we'll be picking up Bonzi for Nick Van Exel, moving him down to the 2 guard. That's really the only change that we're gonna be making. So led by head coach Donnie Nelson back in the day, we got Steve Nash at the 1, Bonzi at the 2, Michael Finley at the 3, Dirk at the 4, and Rafe LaFrance coming at the 5. Coming off the bench is Sean Bradley, Avery Johnson, Raja Bell, Eduardo Nahara. These are horrible players coming off the bench. Who is available to us? Oh, God. They have the G League glitch. I couldn't turn off the G League, so we're stuck with them, being completely honest. Ben Hayward, who are you? 74 overall, 20 years old. How much money do you want? I'll sign you. My roster is full. I'll trade somebody away. I don't give a damn. Who wants to get off my team and not going to earn any minutes? Popeye Jones, I'm sorry. I don't know who you are. And Walt Williams, they're going to have to go. Let's see if anybody wants to give me a first-round pick. Looks like the Houston Rockets do. And there we go. Let's pick up old Ben Hayward. And we'll be picking up Edmund Brown as well, just to bolster our bench a little bit. Just want to get enough where we're not completely sapped on the bench for this team. So here it is one more time. Now cut out the benches: Sean Bradley, Edmund Brown, Ben Hayward, and Avery Johnson going to be our bench unit. How are we looking in the preseason power rankings? We should be pretty good, not great. That's kind of how the Mavericks always have been. They have a few breakout seasons where they're like, oh my God, this team's incredible. 25th for 2K Sports. That's way too low. We got Dirk. And here we go. Eric Boner has his 13th. Actually, one thing I want to do, who could I possibly trade for and steal their first round pick in this year one era? I want a first round pick that's not, 5 stars, but I want to get better than ours. Or I think we're going to be pretty good this year. So somebody who's like maybe 2 stars. Celtics, will they give me a first round pick? Boston 2003 unprotected, and I'll throw you, a second down the road. What would it take to steal your first round pick? There we go. We'll be taking the Toronto Raptors first round pick. So that is the only thing that we're going to be doing. Let's simulate through this season and see how DIRK Nowitzki does with these Dallas Mavericks. Oh, they just skipped through the All-Star game. Was there All-Star voting? Hello? I guess so, but Kobe Bryant led the way for the Western Conference. Stephon Marbury, Gary Payton, our boy Steve Nash made it for the backcourt. Steve Francis, Gilbert Arenas, Jason Richardson, Andre Miller, Mike Bibby, John Stockton. Man, I remember these names. For the front court, of course, Timmy D, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Garnett, DIRK Nowitzki there at 4th. And this was just such a great time for power forwards. KG was winning MVPs. Mr. Fundamentals, Timmy D was doing what he does best. Shaq was a beast. Sean Marion, Jawan Howard, currently the head coach at Michigan. Karl Malone he's still kicking. He's still dating. Elton Brand, Pau Gasol, and Peja Stojakovic. Out there in the Eastern Conference, Tracy McGrady, Jason Kidd, Allen Iverson, Vince Carter, Michael, Jeffrey, Jordan, Baron Davis, King Chauncey, Ray Allen, Jason Terry, Sam Cassell. And for the centers, Jermaine O'Neal, Paul Pierce, Antoine Walker, Jamal Mashburn, Ben Wallace, Jerry Stackhouse, Sharif Abdul-Rahim, Zajunis Ilgauskas, Jalen Rose, and Kenyon Martin. We're doing pretty good, 36-13. Where does that put us in the Western Conference? This was when the West was pretty beastly. Yeah, right there with the Spurs, who are starting to age, so I'm not too worried about them. Tony Parker, an 84 overall, 20 years old. But Bruce Bowen is old, 31. Timmy D is, he's hitting his prime. Well, David Robinson, the Admiral, is certainly old. Manu, 25. I don't know how good 2K thinks Manu is. Steven Jackson's a pretty young guy at this point. So they're kind of young, kind of old. Phoenix Suns, they're really performing well. How did they get Stephon Marbury? Interesting. He was on the Nets at this time? No, I guess he was a Phoenix Sun. I didn't know that. I guess they upgraded to our boy Steve Nash from Stephon Marbury. Lakers should be the best team in the NBA. They got Kobe, they got Shaq, but you never know in this game. But we are sitting atop the Western Conference, having a very good season at this point. Player stats probably just led by Dirk. Michael Finley, actually really good, 18.8 points per game. Wow, I did not know he was a 20-point per game scorer. I thought he was more in like the 15s, but all right. Steve Nash, 17-10, exactly what you want from him. Bonzi Wells looks to be a pretty good addition. We just need to work on our bench. Depth's not going to make any changes. Let's go to the playoffs. Timothy Duncan wins MVP, 29-16 on 57 for the field, 73% from the free throw line. Yao Ming, Rookie of the Year. Was he rookie at this point? Holy crap, 87 overall, 16-12.5 for him. Jamal Crawford, 6th man of the year out there on the Bulls. Jamal feels like one of those players that's played on every single team in the NBA. Benjamin Wallace, defensive player of the year. Most improved is Dick Jefferson. Coach of the year, though, is our boy Donnie Nelson as we win executive of the year. On the All-NBA first team, no Mavs. Dirk makes on the second team. No Steve Nash on the third team for the guards. A little upsetting. All defensive first team, no Mavericks, no Mavericks. Rookies, no Mavericks, and no Mavericks. Pretty brutal, but it is what it is, what it do. We got the second seed, 16-22, 2 games behind the San Antonio Spurs. Scoring champion went to, no surprises, Kobe Bean Bryant. May he rest in peace. Rebounds is Ben Wallace, 18.1. And Ben Wallace was just so much fun. Assist is Jason Kidd. Steals is Jason Kidd. Blocks is Ben Wallace. Field goal percentages is Kobe Bryant. 3-point champion is our boy Steve Nash. All right, free throw champion goes to Ray Allen, who is not face scanned into the game in the slightest. Dirk had an incredible year, 26.8 and 12.2 rebounds. Michael Finley was good. Steve Nash, Bonzi Wells, and then we need a little bit of help from the center position and a little bit of help on the depth. How do we do from the 3-point line? Dirk was incredible, 48.6%. Has he ever? No. 2K simulation, man. Michael Finley, 41%. Steve Nash, we saw 51%. 39% from Edmund Brown. Ray LaFrance, 34%. Bonzi Wells, a paltry 32%. Definitely going to be trying to upgrade from that position as well. Looking at the team stats, we were second offensively, 109.9 points per game. Man, 109.9 points per game had us as the second highest offense. It feels so blasphemous to say in today's NBA. Defensively, we were second as well. Came to us the number one point differential at 11.0. Field goal percentages, we were third. Free 3-point percentages, we were first. And free throw percentages, we were first as well. So we're a damn good team. Is that good enough to win a championship? Who knows? System proficiency, yeah, no changes. We're good. Here we are taking on the Seattle Supersonics. Bring the Sonics back to Seattle. Taking on old Gary Payton at this point, 34 years old. Brent Barry, Rashard Lewis, a young Rashard Lewis, Reggie Evans, Vladimir Radmanovic, Desmond Mason. Yeah, we should be able to take care of them pretty handily as we win game one. Dirk was incredible, 30-12. The rest of the team was solid. Ray Lewis, Rashard Lewis, my God. Not Ray Lewis, former middle linebacker for the Ravens at this time. Gary Payton gave him 17 and 10. I don't know what I'm talking about. As we win game two, win game three. Hey, are we going to sweep? 3-1 and 4-1 there. Now, here we are. The biggest matchup of the playoffs. Mavericks versus Lakers. Every single season, this was just so much fun to watch. Kobe Bryant, Derek Fisher, Rick Fox, Robert Horry, Shaq, Davion George. They're really underrating how good some of these players were. Winter Perker, Kareem Rush. Why do I remember him? Greg Bradley. Yeah, I mean, I get it for Derek Fisher, but this man was just so pivotal to their runs. Rick Fox as well was just a steady, reliable 3-and-D player for them. Robert Horry, I mean, he was fine. Davion George, only a 73. I just feel like they're underrating the bench a little bit, and, you know, it's Kobe and Shaq. It is what it is, but we are up 2-0. Dirk just having an incredible run right now. 34-11, 2-2-2-2-2. Steve Nash, 22-11. Bonzi Wells was solid. Michael Finley only gave us 9 points, but Shaq, 36-12. Kobe, 33-7. And that's really it. So no surprises, I guess. We're up 3-0, and we are going to sweep. We're 3-1ing the Lakers right now because Kobe's great, Shaq is great, and the rest of the team doesn't really produce enough for them. We lost by 2 points. Mike Finley was good. Dirk only 18 points, and here we are, 3-1 and 4-1. And in year one, the Dallas Mavericks hunting for a dynasty make it to the Western Conference Finals, taking on the best team in the NBA. Tony Parker, Steven Jackson, Bruce Bowen, Timmy Duncan, David Robinson, Manu Ginobili, all led by Greg Popovich. Gonna be a tough one for sure. Game one, they steal. Timmy puts up 39, 12 and 8. Yeah, Timmy versus Dirk is just gotta be a really fun matchup to watch. Bruce Bowen, Malik Rose. I think we're gonna have to drop the rotations. I'll play like a 8-man rotation at this point and hope that Dirk can carry us. So Rafe LaFrance, Sean Bradley, Edmund Brown, Avery Johnson. I mean, I might even drop it to a 7. I might even get a little spicy here. We'll take Sean Bradley's minutes. We don't need a center playing 8 million minutes. So we'll give it to Avery Johnson. We will rock an 8-man rotation, is what it is. Here we are, game 2. We steal it. We have stolen home court. Blew them out, 124-87. Tony Parker only gave him 23. Timmy, 18 and 17. Steve Kerr was okay. But Mike Finley, 31-9 and 5. Dirk, 31-12 and 8. Steve Nash, 17 and 8. We just stole game 2 as we now go up 2-1, and we are 3-1ing the best team in the West as we 4-1 them. Get sunned. Here we are taking on the New Jersey Nets. One of Dirk's old friends in his later years, Jason Kidd, is here. Gary Kittles was a beast. Richard Jefferson was actually really good at basketball before he got old. Kenyon Martin was just a monster. Dikembe Mutombo, he must have been a million years old. Yeah, 36. Jason Collins, I think he was the first openly gay man in the NBA. Rodney Rogers, Brian Scalabrine. Oh no, we're gonna lose, aren't we? We win. Game 1, Dirk had a legendary 30, 14, and 6 with 2 steals. Mike Finley was good. Rafe LaFrance, 19 and 12. Who would have expected that? And I mean, Jason Kidd is like a 90-something overall, right? 15, 13. But he's not going to put up stats for you. So even though he's a 93 overall, even though he's a great player, I don't know. Is he good enough to win a championship with? 2-0, 2-1. We are up 3-1. Jason Kidd, 23, 8, and 11. That's a great stat line, but it's not Dirk Nowitzki. It's not Michael Finley, and we are one game away from winning our first championship. And there you have it. Dallas Mavericks win the 2002 championship. Dirk Nowitzki, NBA Finals MVP. And the whole point of this video is to start a dynasty, and that starts with 1 in a row. Anybody can win 1 in a row. Can you win 2? And our old boy Avery Johnson is retiring. He's going out on top saying, I am victorious. I am the champion. Not blame him. Arvidas Sabonis, John Stockton retiring. Staff retirements. Rudy Tomjanovich, Sidney Lowe, Rick Adelman retired. Interesting. He went on for like another 5 years. Failed the Houston Rockets. John Stockton going to the Hall of Fame. Gonna get his jersey retired as well. I'm not gonna change any of these. You can update your logos, do whatever you want. League meetings, are any of these fun? No. Job for partial duration when possession remains with us. Yeah, we'll pass that one through. Rest of these though, kind of not fun. On to the draft lottery. So whose draft pick do we have? We stole the Raptors. Might be the Raptors, so it's probably not even going to be in the top 5. And it goes Celtics, Knicks, Timberwolves. Where did we fall? We are 16th, so not ideal. They just made the playoffs, which hurts for us. We're going to be keeping our head coach, Donnie Nelson. Look at all those badges. Onto the draft combine, and no surprises, who's going to be at the top? Carmelo Anthony. They got Jawan Bailey and Lonnie Davis and LeBron James at the top of this draft class. Zach Mason here as well for the fastest man. Most agile is LeBron James. Lonnie Davis, Randy Geiger, and Tom Moody. Highest vertical is Alvin Lowry, Ronnie Cousins, Jesse Harden, and LeBron James. Grant Frazier and Cam Queef and Dave May. Highest bench press is Chris Kaman, Carmelo Anthony, and Austin Lawson. Best shot three-pointer, Matt Boner, Kyle Korver, Mo Williams, and Luke Radar. So the thing about these rebuilds in the 2002 season is that it's the LeBron draft, and I appreciate that on one hand. On the other, I kind of wish that they kept LeBron James on the Cavaliers just so he could dominate for the rest of his career as he has in real life and kind of see how LeBron would do. LeBron's going to go to some horrible team like the Celtics or the Timberwolves. It just doesn't make sense. So what I'm going to do is we have the 16th overall pick. I don't want to trade up to number 1 and just take LeBron and say this is the easiest rebuild we've ever done in the history of our lives. I don't want to trade it 2 because sometimes LeBron doesn't go number 1 overall. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump up, and we're going to jump up a lot, but we're going to jump up to pick 4 with the Grizzlies. So it's going to be a notable move. If any of the big 3 fall, so if the CPU make a mistake, we'll get to take our pick of the litter, but we won't be able to pick at the top. I feel like that's a very fair thing for us to do. And we gotta shed some of these horrible salaries that we're giving out. Rafe LaFrance earning $8 million. Absolutely yikes. Frank Murphy, 66 overall, is earning $9 million. No, thank you. We're going to go to the Grizzlies, try to give up 3 first-round picks and maybe a player as well just to move up into this spot that's going to be more beneficial to us. They can have Eduardo Nahara. They can't afford that. You can have, who's good? The Rockets. Probably the Spurs pick. 2025 top 3 protected. They don't want that. But they're playing pretty stiff here with first-round picks, but I need to get up in the top 4, and that's what's going to have to happen. So here we are. Number 1 overall pick. 2003 NBA draft, Boston Celtics. They take LeBron James out of high school. No surprises. LeBron looks really weird in a Celtics uniform. I can't get this image going in my head. I consider myself quite adept at judging talent, but not quite as much at gauging a player's potential. That being said, it's obvious the Celtics drafted a future star here in LeBron James. Thanks, Chris Broussard. Number 2 to the Knicks, they take Carmelo. Wow, that's kind of fun. Number 3 to the Minnesota Timberwolves are going to be picking up Dwayne Wade. So they took the 3 best players in the draft, and good on them, but we're going to be taking Chris Bosh. Now it's going to create a bit of a logjam there at the power forward position. So I'm wondering if maybe we can get something for this number 4 overall pick. Are there any players? Nope. Yeah, we're going to have to take Chris Bosh here. So a little unfortunate that all the best players went off the board that early. Chris came in going at 5. What a steep drop off that is. It goes LeBron and Wade and Melo and then Bosh and then Chris Kaman. I mean, ugh. And then a whole bunch of mediocrity words after that. So Chris Bosh, decent player. Now we have 2 centers. So it's going to be a bit of a question mark how we're going to be handling this. Qualifying offers, nobody. Moratorium, who's open for free agency? Timmy Duncan, going back to the Spurs, most likely. Jason Kidd, could be a fun pickup for us, going back to the Nets, most likely. Jermaine O'Neal here, listed as a power forward. Michael Jordan, oh man. Oh man, I'd like to bring back Mike. Elton Brand, also listed as a power forward. Steve Francis, 25 years old at this point. Baron Davis. Yo, Baron Davis was a monster. So we have a future MVP in Steve Nash at the point guard position. So I can't justify moving on from him. Bonzi Wells, I definitely want to upgrade upon. Michael Finley is good, not great. Eduardo Nahara is earning way too much money. And then what do we do with this Chris Bosh, DIRK Nowitzki dilemma? Because, is all I have to say. Does anybody want Chris Bosh? I don't really want him right now. Van Horn, Mike Dunleavy. Look at these horrible trades though. He's like a 4-star prospect, future all-star, and I'm getting Kyle Korver and a first-round pick for him. Like what? Sharif Abdul-Rahim, but that's just another power forward. I could play him at the small forward. But man, what are these trades? Antoine Walker? No, I'm in on this trade. Bring in Yao Ming, 22 years old, 86 overall, just won Rookie of the Year for Chris Bosh and Mike Finley. I'm in. I'm about that life. Let's bring in Yao Ming. Let's just get stupid tall on this team. So we have Steve Nash, 6'3" on a good day. Dirk, 7 feet. Yao, 7 feet 5. We need to find some wing players, and this team is definitely interestingly put together. Grateful Friends earning $8 million is just ridiculous. I think we'll take Damon Stoudemire, going to give up Glenn Rice and Eduardo Nahara to be our backup point guard. 76 overall, 29 years old. Damon was okay as a point guard, nothing special. And then we got to trade this guy away. Nobody wants him. I don't blame you. But we trade both of them away. Can I get both these guys off my team? So right now we have Steve Nash, Damon Stoudemire. We have Bonzi Wells, Edmund Brown, and then Dana Ratliff. Nobody wants. Don't blame you. 3 years, earning way too much money. Then we have Dirk and Ben Hayward. So we need a starting small forward and a backup shooting guard. And we're going to be basically set. Who's available to us? Ron Artest looks like the dude. Can I go out and sign Ron Artest? I have $2.9 million. Oh, the salary cap these days was just so hamstrung. Damon Stoudemire is earning $12 million. You kidding me? Goodbye. Traded for you. Goodbye. All right, give me Chucky Adkins. It's fine. Not as good as Damon Stoudemire, but earning way less money. Not ideal, but we're going to be taking a first-round pick from the Heat and Eddie House, only earning $750,000 this year. So a major salary cap dump, and we should be able to go out and sign a Ron Artest finally. Now, could we go after Tim Duncan? Theoretically, we could. Could we go after Jason Kidd? Theoretically, we could. But we've made a lot of moves just so we could go out and sign a young Ron Artest. Sean Marion, though, he certainly did come to the Mavericks to win a championship. Do I want Sean Marion or do I want Meta World Peace on my team? We need some toughness. Wally Zerbiak, and we can call people scrubs. Ron Artest, do you want to join our team as the latest member? Defensive shutdown. Man, prime Ron Artest before Malice in the Palace was an absolute beast. We give you 8-4. Like, he was literally on his way to becoming a superstar. And then, you know, that happened. And he just stepped back at that point in his career. But we'll give him 8-4 for 4 years. Really conservative, all things being equal. So we have Steve Nash, Chucky Atkins, Eddie House, a little undersized, and Edmund Brown. So not ideal at the starting 2 guard. But we're bringing in a big fella in Ron Artest to take over, Dirk and Ben Hayward, and then Yao Ming. And the team's coming together. I think we're having a lot of fun. I've done a lot of trades. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. And Ron Artest will be the latest Dallas Maverick. What kind of money do we have after that? $6 million, and we can go after Jamal McGlure if we want. Maybe I can find a 2 guard here who wants a little bit of money. A young Steven Jackson, stealing him from the Spurs just makes a whole bunch of sense. So we're going to go ahead and submit an offer to Steven. Hopefully he accepts that. It's not a great offer. Scottie Pippen is here, 37 years old. Who did we make an offer on? Steven Jackson. Currently his only offer. He's not going to love it, but he's going to take it because, please. Steven still his only offer. And there we go. Steven Jackson going to be rocking the 2 guard. So this is the new look team. I know we kind of blew up the team, but we had to set ourselves up for future success as well. Steve Nash, 29 years old, 87 overall. Chucky Atkins, Ron Artest, and Steven Jackson. We got a whole bunch of size, and we're going right back. We're bringing toughness and mentality over to the Dallas Mavericks. I think, I don't even know who we should play at the 2 and who we should play at the 3. I think Ron Artest makes a little more sense at the 3, even though he is 1 inch shorter. Steve Nash, Chucky Atkins, Steven Jackson, Eddie House, Ron Artest, DIRK Nowitzki, Ben Hayward, and Yao Ming. And you know what? Who needs a backup center when we got Eddie House? And I guess we'll just rock with a whole bunch of shooting guards. So that is going to be the changes that we make for this season. I know we made a whole bunch. I know it's not realistic, but you know what? It's 2002. LeBron James went to the Celtics. It is what it is. Jason Kidd back on the Nets. Timmy back to the Spurs. Michael Jordan back on the Wizards with a 1-year deal. Jermaine O'Neal to the Pacers. Sean Marion back on the Suns. Thought about going after him. It just made a little more sense to go after Meta World Peace. Gary Payton back on the Sonics. 4 years. Holy crap, he's 35 years old. You're going to regret that. Elton Brand to the Jazz. Steve Francis back on the Rockets. Ron Artest to us. And Baron Davis to the Denver Nuggets. Man, just these names are just so throwback. Bunch of fun. Dirk up to a 92. Yao Ming up to a 90. Meta World Peace up to an 86. Steve Nash regressing down to an 85. Kind of weird because he continues to get better at this point, and he's going to be like a 95 overall in real life in a couple years, but I guess he's at the age of regression in 2K. Steven Jackson up to an 81. Ben Hayward, I don't even know who this guy is, up to a 77. Eddie House up to a 76. A little undersized on the bench, but it is what it is. We got a damn good team, and I hope that we're going to compete for a championship in year 2. I mean, we won the first one. Looking at the preseason power rankings, we are getting slept on. 6th for 2K Sports, 6th for Eric Boner as well. 9-man rotation gonna look something like this. Steve Nash at the 1, Steven Jackson at the 2, Ron Artest at the 3, Dirk at the 4, Yao Ming at the 5. I mean, size, talent, toughness. This team is gonna be mean and impossible to score on. Ben Hayward coming out the bench with Eddie House, Edmund Brown, and Chucky Atkins. Dirk picks up his first MVP in this second season. 26 points, 11 rebounds, 4.5 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 50 from the field, 92% from the free throw line, 47% from the 3-point line. LeBron James, no surprises, wins Rookie of the Year, 22, 7.5, and 6. 51 from the field, 77 from 3, from the free throw line, 30 from the free. God, both. Back them, just flip them. You know what I'm trying to say. Paul Pierce relegated by the rookie to 6th man. Does win 6th man of the year, but how embarrassing for somebody who thought he was better than LeBron James. Ben Wallace, defensive player of the year. Tony Parker, most improved. Holy crap, Tony. Yeah, that's the most improved year. But once again, Donnie Nelson does win coach of the year as the Mavericks are incredible. Dirk, no surprises on the All-NBA first team. Anybody in the All-NBA third team? Yao Ming is there. Anybody defensively? Nobody. Rookies. We didn't have Bosch. He's up to an 84 overall. What kind of season did he have? 19 and 10. I just don't think he would be able to develop and flourish the same way that he has for us. So, unfortunately, we had to trade him away, even though we traded so much for that #1 overall pick. But we are the best team in the Western Conference, the best team in the NBA. 9 games up on the Milwaukee Bucks. Scoring champion once again went to Kobe, Bean, Bryant, and Shaq at #2. Unreal. Rebounds is Ben Wallace, and assist is Jason. It steals Jason Kidd, blocks is Ben Wallace, and field goal percentages is Vince Carter. That's weird, right? Why is he #1? Normally it's centers like Tim Duncan. Jason McGrady's here. That's weird. 3-point percentages is Kobe Bryant, 50% from 3. Excuse me. So like these are the 2K years, right? Real life 25, 30, 32, 26, 34. 37, and then 2K 42 and 50%. Come on, 2K. And free throw percentage is Ray Allen. I mean, just look at his non-face face. I can almost see where they tried to get Ray Allen going, but come on now. Player stats, Dirk, as you saw, unreal year. Yao Ming rocking the Twin Towers, unreal year for him as well. 18 and 13, 26 and 11. Steve Nash, 87 overall, 17 and 9. Steven Jackson was great. Eddie House. And Ron Artest was just a mean 3-and-D player. Only 29% from 3, though, is a little disappointing. Steven Jackson, our best 3-point shooter, apparently. 40% for him, 47 for Dirk. Steve, 44, 42 for Eddie House, 29 for Ron Artest. A little disappointing. Hopefully he can get that up. Edmund Brown was okay. Ben Hayward, Chucky Atkins. As for the team stats. Offensively, we were the best team in the NBA. Defensively, we were the best team in the NBA, giving us a 14.7 point differential, best in the NBA. Field goal percentages were the second best in the NBA. 3-point percentages were the fourth best in the NBA. And fucking percentages, free throw percentages, we are first. Taking on the team that we traded with for the number 4 overall pick, the Memphis Grizzlies. Jason Williams, White Chocolate, Wesley Person, Shane Battier was a beast in his day before he got old. Pau Gasol before he got traded. Desmond Mason, Drew Gooden. Yeah, they're probably going to get whooped by us, right? 1-0. Dirk was unreal, 38-11. Yao, 24-18. Pau was good, and the rest of the team was just not so much. 2-0, and 3-0, and 4-0. That is all she wrote. Now to take on the Utah Jazz. Elton Brand, Alonzo Mourning, Carlos Boozer, AK-47, Kyle Korver, Rafer Alston. No offense, this team is going to get whooped by us. Okay, we lost game 1. Dirk 25-5, Yao 16-12, Steve Nash 12-6. Our team was horrible. Elton Brand came to play, 32-17 for him. Carlos Boozer 18-12. Jawan Howard, 16-6-6. Come on now. I remember Andre Kirilenko was a beast back in the day, but we should be just completely dominating this team. I say that, and it's 2-2, and we go up 3-2. Dirk Nowitzki 31-18-6. Steve Nash 25. Eddie House 18 off the bench. Ron Artest and Steven Jackson have been pretty disappointing. Elton Brand 24-7. Juwan Howard 14-4. Kyle Korver 11. Alonzo Mourning 11-12. And here we are, game 6. And bam, taking on Kevin Garnett, the other best power forward in the game. Western Conference Finals. Damn, they have Dwayne Wade. That sucks. Their spacing is terrible. They have Wally Zerbiak, and that's it. But this is a good team. Imagine the Kevin Garnett, Dwayne Wade pick and roll. That's just scary, man. I don't want nothing to do with that. As they steal game 1, Dirk gave us 23-10. Steve Jackson 14, Ron Artest 14, Yao Ming 14, but Kevin Garnett gave him 22, 27, 9-6. Wally Zerbiak gave him 22. Dwayne Wade did not show up, but that is all they needed to win game 1. Here we are, game 2, we win. Down 2-1, 2-2, and you know what? Big game 5 here. I'm gonna simcast this just in case we need to hop in and save our team, because we might be getting beat by this team that's not as good as us, because Dwayne Wade is pretty beastly in his own right, going into the 4th quarter with a little bit of a lead. 7-point game, low scoring games back in this edition, this era of the NBA, but we have about a 6-point lead here in the 4th quarter. 5-point game, no lead is safe, and it looks like our lead is not safe as well. They are monstrously storming back here in the 4th quarter. 3-point game, 2-point game, 2-point game. I'll hop in under 2 minutes. 4-point lead, 1 minute, 43 seconds left. Let's protect this lead, and let's steal game 5. Do we have timeouts? I hope so. I just want to point out that I go to put in the starters. Some guy named Guy and some guy named Quinn and Eddie House are my starters alongside Steve Nash and Ron Artest. That means not 1. That means not 2. That means 3 of my best players have all fouled. There you have it. Now 4. I have 1, 2, 3. I have 4 players that fouled out in this game. Let's see how many they have. None. Wow. Like 2K. I try to turn off the foul out rule whenever it comes around in the league meetings. It's beyond stupid. Like, in what world has a team had 4 of not just their players, like 4 players in general, but then 4 of their superstars, best players in the NBA, MVPs foul? It was a huge story when Nikola Jokic fouled out one time. And now I've got some guy named Guy trying to guard Kevin Garnett. I don't have Yao Ming. I don't have Dirk. I don't even have freaking Steven Jackson. Like, this game is beyond. Anyway, we're going to be rocking the 1-3 screen and roll here and just taking it with Steve Nash. Is it going to work? No. Who's this guy? Oh, it's Eddie House. That's fun. Like, I don't know who to play with here. Do I want to play with some 60 overall center and just hope that something happens? Give it to him. Give it to him. He gets blocked pathetically because he's a 60 overall. He gets blocked by Joe Smith. What changes can I make? So we're going to have to just force offense and hope something works. Meanwhile, they just get wide open here. Why? Because I don't have a center. Come on, run our test. Run the paint like a big fella and draw the foul. Get the and one. And don't forget, this was back in the day when the NBA was literally rigged. When, who was it, like Donahue or whatever, literally had mob ties. So there's no surprises if the Dallas Mavericks are supposed to lose this game because the Adam Silver was like, no, you're not going to be winning this. But come on now. You can't be that obvious, right? Why is guy shooting free throws? Kevin Garnett can't shoot threes. No surprises. And yeah, we're not going to sit around for this. I cannot play if they don't let me play. Somehow it became a 2-point game, but we walk away with the Game 5 victory. Stupid to hop into a Mavericks DIRK NOWITZKI basically franchise caliber. What is it called? Not franchise. Dynasty. That's the word I was looking for. Take it on the Milwaukee Bucks. I spent 3 minutes trying to look up Dynasty. Sam Cassell, 84 overall. Ray Allen, 86 overall. Michael Redd, I remember him. Tim Thomas as well. Really good players. An old Tony Kukoc at this point. Kirk Heinrich, John Potter. But we should be winning this as we win game 1. Dirk, 36, 7, and 6. Got 6 fouls again. I don't know what's wrong with this game. Yao Ming, 25 and 18. Ron Artest, Steve Nash, all very good as well. Lose game 2. Okay, lose 2 in a row. And we are now here 2-2. Gonna simcast yet again. You know how this never works well for us. But hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That doesn't work here. But regardless, we're going into the 4th quarter with a little bit of a lead. 8 minutes left, 9-point game. No lead is safe in 2K, however, so I'm always worried. I'm always on the edge of my seat saying, are we going to lose this? But it looks like we're going to walk away victors. Maybe 5-point game, 1 minute left. I'll hop in just to make sure nothing stupid happens. Playing on the Hall of Fame difficulty, so anything can happen. Sam Cassell getting a long 2, and we're going to have to live with that. And there we go. I don't know who this guy is. Steve Nash, he fell out. Steve Nash is out, but it looks like the rest of the guys are in. So, you know, somebody fouls out every single time. It's fine. But here we are. Give the ball to Dirk. Get out of the way. We're going to be rocking the DIRK NOWITZKI Yao Ming screen and roll. You'll love to see it. Oh, God. Oh, God. Here goes Chucky Atkins. And look at the hops for Chucky. Throwing it down after the double team. Chucky can get up. Who knew? 5 foot, what? 5'11", maybe 5'10". We haven't even gotten to Yao Ming yet, but whoo, look at Chucky Atkins fly. And Sam Cassell trying to bully poor Chucky here, and he gets the and 1. That's unfortunate. DIRK NOWITZKI's solid game, 20 and 14 from him. Chucky Atkins rocking the porn stash, and they complete the 2 for 1. Not sure what to do about that. Is this gonna go in? And they're playing the foul game. There's 30 seconds left. Why? 98, 103, 15 seconds left. No threes. Michael Redd contested 3, and he misses. Yao Ming grabs the rebound, and that's pretty much game. They really made that the least fun possible. I think we ran maybe 2 plays that were normal, and then they tried to play the foul game with like 5 minutes left. It is what it is. We are victors, and here you are, up 3-2 and 4-2. 2 in a row. DIRK NOWITZKI wins his 2nd NBA Finals MVP, averages 29, 12, and 5 on 49 from the field, 37% from the 3-point line. And you know, when you win 2, man, do you gotta go for 3. Hakeem the Dream is retiring. So is Karl Malone. Michael Jeffrey Jordan is gone. So is Michael Jeffrey West. And look at this. Holy crap, look at these Hall of Fame inductees. Of course, GOAT Jordan, Karl Malone, Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson, and Scottie Pippen all retiring at the same time. Gonna get their jersey retired. No surprises there. Historic changes. Hey, the what's it called are coming in. Yeah, the Bobcats. They're gonna be a good franchise, right? I wish I could buy them. No changes here. Draft lottery. Do we have any picks? I think we've been trading them away, so it's understandable that we don't. Trailblazers, Sonics, Rockets, all likely to have the top pick, and it goes Blazers, Sonics, and Atlanta Hawks. Okay, staff signing, not gonna make any changes. Donnie Nelson still the best head coach in the game right now. For this draft class, the fastest man is Gordon Hayward. Oscar Purdue and Javon Magette. Most agile is Gordon Hayward, Javon Magette, and Ronnie Bailey. Highest vertical is Ryan Martin, Patrick Forte, Junior Matthews, and Gene Terry, and John Waters. Highest bench press is Darren Harper, William Randolph, and Dion Thurman. And best shot three-pointer, Andre Iguodala, Beno Udrih, Kevin Martin. This is the Dwight Howard draft, so we're definitely not going to be doing anything with that. Expansion players, we need to protect everybody except this guy named Dana Ratliff, who's earning way too much money to be a 67 overall. The Bobcats get Latrell Sprewell with their #1 pick. Yikes. George Lynch, Scott Pollard, Pat Garrity. Not a good pick so far. Drake Abdul-Wahad, Mark Madsen, Bo Outlaw. I mean, ugh. Yeah, the Bobcats are going to be bad if these are the players that are available to them. Elton Payne, ugh. Earl Catchings. Yikes. Eddie Robinson. I mean, he's the first almost playable guy here. Len Nelson, Eugene Kelly. No. Oh, I'm sorry, Bobcats. Good luck, my friend. On to the NBA draft. Do we have any draft picks? We don't. Just going to watch who takes Dwight Howard, #1 overall. And the Blazers pass up. They said, we don't need a center. We're going to take a guard. We've learned our lesson. Devin Harris is the #1 overall pick. Wow. #2 to the Sonics goes Dwight. #3 to the Hawks. Hawks are trading #3, and that's probably smart. Getting Peja Stojakovic instead, which was really good pickup because there's nobody here. Donta McKinney. This is not a creative draft class. Jameer Nelson is the #4 pick. I mean, yikes. And #5 to the Rockets. They're trading as well for Shane Battier and a White Chocolate. The Grizzlies pick up Sean Livingston. Not a terrible trade. Is there anybody that we'd want to like theoretically jump up for? Gordon Hayward. Just like what? Anderson Varejao, Trevor Ariza, maybe Josh Smith, but that's really it. Oh, Iggy's here. I wouldn't mind taking Iggy. If we go to like pick 10 and Iggy's still available, I'll definitely draft him. Go. Gordon Hayward. It's just hilarious. Clippers. And so let's try to make a trade with the Hornets. Oh my God, Sacramento makes a trade. I have to go team by team hoping that somebody will make a trade, and every single one of them refused. But we picked up Andre Iguodala with like pick 15. That's beyond frustrating. Regardless, Andre Iguodala, Iggy, is going to be a backup wing player for us. You'll love to see that. Jawan Guy somehow got minutes in the finals. It is what it is. Moratorium. Kevin Garnett. Going back to the Timberwolves. Pau Gasol, Tony Parker would be a huge pickup. Anyway, Steve Nash has reached the age of regression, 30 years old. He's going to be down to like an 84. Is there any way we could get better at the point guard position? Wayne Wade. Wayne Wade. Wayne Wade. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense to me. I think I'll take that trade. I'll take D Wade. And you're going to be facilitating for us. And they're giving me a first-round pick as well for it. I mean, can you believe? So D-Wade is officially point guard. Don't ask me how. It just is. Get over it. D-Wade, point guard of the Dallas Mavericks. What? So how's our roster looking? Chucky Atkins, I'd like to get a little bit better. He is only 5'11", but it is backup point guard, so it's not a big deal. D-Wade, Steven Jackson, Andre Iguodala, this guy. Ron Artest, Dirk Nowitzki, Ben Hayward, Yao Ming. Let's pick up a backup center. Call it a day. Jason Collins, I'm in. You might be earning a little too much money for my book, but it's fine. We'll give you 2-7. Call it a day. That's going to be our major free agent acquisition. Uh-oh, we need to bring back Eddie House. We have bird rights on him? Why was he not there? Game. Eddie, I want you back on the team. Well, we lost Eddie House for nothing, but it's fine. We have Andre Iguodala. I'll just be content and be a little bit sad that Eddie House is gone. Kevin Garnett back to the Timberwolves. Pau Gasol back on the Grizzlies. Tony Parker back to the Spurs. Kenyon Martin back to the Nets. Andre Kirilenko back to the Jazz. Tony Kukoc, 2-year deal with the Kings. Manu Ginobili to the Spurs. Vin Baker on the Celtics. Vlade to the Grizz. And Gerald Wallace back on the Kings as well. Y'all remember when Gerald Wallace was the next best thing? Player progression. So, like, let's see. What is my boy down to? Steve Nash holding at an 85, whereas we have D Wade. I feel like that trade just makes too much sense. Dirk, Yao, Ron Artest, Dwayne Wade, Steven Jackson, Ben Hayward, John Collins, Andre Iguodala, Chucky Atkins, and this guy going for the three-peat. Anybody can win one in a row. A lot of teams have won 2 in a row, but can you cement yourself in the NBA history, in the annals, the annals of the world of basketball? D Wade, Steven Jackson, Ron Artest, Dirk, Yao, Ben, Jason, Iggy, and Chucky Atkins. Preseason power rankings. Your Dallas Mavericks are 6th for 2K Sports, 6th for Eric Boner as well. Tim Duncan wins another MVP. Jameer Nelson, Rookie of the Year, 20 points. Okay. J.R. Bremer is 6th Man of the Year, and I can collectively say for all of us, who? Ben Wallace, Defensive Player of the Year. Roy Blake, Most Improved. And Donnie Nelson once again wins Coach of the Year of the 70-12 Dallas Mavericks. Nobody on the All-NBA first team, though. We have Yao on the All-NBA second team and Dirk on the All-NBA third team. And that's it, I guess. That's all, folks. We don't even have Andre Iguodala on the all-rookie team, but we are the best team in the NBA. 70-12. The Hornets made the playoffs. Oh no, it's the Bobcats. I thought they were the Bobcats. Sorry. Player stats: Dirk had a great year. D Wade, 21-7. He is our new point guard of the future. It is what it is. A diming 3-level scorer. You'll love to see it. 7 assists for him. Yao was great. I mean, what a team that we've assembled here. Shooting, not ideal. I mean, D Wade, wow. D Wade is shooting 40% from 3. Steven Jackson, Dirk Nowitzki is doing good at 45. Andre only 34. Ron Artest up to 37. You'll love to see that. The shooting on this team isn't great. It is what it is. We've sacrificed that for getting Dwayne Wade on the team. Scoring champion once again, Kobe Bean Bryant. Rebounds is Timmy Duncan, and assist is Stephen Nash, our old point guard. Still an 87 overall. We probably could have kept him, but D Wade was there. Steals is Allen Iverson. Blocks is Ben Wallace. Vigor percentages is Kevin Garnett. 3-point champion is Richard Lewis, and free throw champion is Stephen Nash. Team stats wise, we are second offensively. First defensively, giving us a 15.3 point differential, #1 in the NBA. Field goal percentages, we're third. Tied for third. 3-point percentages, we are pretty bad this year, but we went with a younger, more athletic team. And free throw percentages, 13th. It is what it is. We got Dwayne Wade, so sacrifices had to be made. But now we have D Wade, Steven Jackson, Ron Artest, Dirk, Yao. I mean, this team is just menacing to deal with. While the Hornets have Richard Lewis and Jamal Mashburn, who's an 87 overall. Did not expect that. As we win game 1, Dirk had a great game. Yao had a great game. Desmond Mason. I know who he is. Okay, up 2-0. Up 2-1, 3-1, and 4-1 now to take on the San Antonio Spurs. Tony Parker up to a 92. Manu Ginobili only an 80. Yeah, 2K just completely underrated this man. Kind of sad. He's definitely more deserving of like a 90 overall caliber player. Bruce Bowen down to a 79. Timothy Duncan up to a 98. Our old friend Eddie House betrayed us and signed with the enemy. It's fine. It's fine, Eddie. I understand. As we win game 1. Dirk 29-16. D Wade 15-9. Steven Jackson 15. Yao 15-10. We just had a whole team game here. As for them, Timmy was pretty good. 22-9-5. Tony Parker 17-5. Manu Ginobili 17. Trent O'Neal. Okay, that's a player. Up 2-0. 2-1. And we are up 3-1 and 4-1ing them now to take on the Los Angeles Lakers. Of course, Kobe Bean Bryant, 99 overall. Shaquille O'Neal should be a 99 overall. How old is he? Oh, he's 33. Maybe he's regressing a little bit. Rest 13, though, is complete trash. Matt Boner is somehow on this team as we lose game 1. D Wade was great, 27-7. Steve Jackson, 19-3-4. Dirk, 13-4-11. Not great from Dirk and Yao, 6-8. As for them, Shaquille O'Neal. Oh my God, he just babied Yao. Kobe put up 29, 6, and 7. And we had to drop the rotations because, wow, it's pretty embarrassing to lose that much. Yeah, I'm good with that. Here we go. Game, round 2, 3. Bam, we win 1-1. Bam, we're up 2-1. Bam, we're up 3-1. Kobe, great. Shaq, pretty good. Actually a pretty good team effort from them, but we just dominated. Yao put up 31 and 18 on Shaquille O'Neal. D Wade 30 and 8. Steven Jackson 22. Dirk only 14, 12 and 7 as we win 4-1 fashion now to take on the Chicago Bulls. They don't even have a 90 overall in this team. We're going to completely dominate them. 1-0, 2-0, 3-0. Okay, 2-1, 2-2. Really? Boy, I thought we'd walk all over these Bulls. And why are the Bulls logo completely highlighted? Is that how it's always been? Like they have a white border around their entire logo and name? I feel like that's not normal. Anyway, game 5, domination. 131, 105. D Wade was great. Dirk was great. Yao was good. Steven Jackson was good. Ron Artest been pretty quiet, but we just stepped all over them. And honestly, this team put up the most fight out of anybody. But here we are, game 6, looking to close them out, looking to win 3 in a row, complete the three-peat, Dirk Nowitzki dynasty. Those just sound great going together. 6 minutes left in this game. Nobody's really scoring, but welcome to the early 2000s NBA. Gonna hop in with about 1 minute left, and let's see this championship squad for the final time. In a shock to nobody, Yao Ming fouled out. At the very least, I see Jason Collins has subbed in. I'm fairly sure D Wade is still in. Let's see. Yeah, he's still here, so that's nice. Spin. Pass. Ron Artest is still in, so only Yao Ming is the one who fouled out, which is still stupid. Don't get me wrong. I don't need to see highlights of this pass that kind of glitched. I just want to complain a little bit more. Andre Iguodala is in, which means Steven Jackson fouled out as well. What is with these fouls, and how did we not get that rebound? Tyson Chandler. All right, that's fair. He's a pretty mean rebounder in his prime as well. Just a quick peek before we finish here. Looking at the CPU, do they have any 6 foul players? No. Looking at us, we have 2. Steven Jackson, Yao Ming, Ben Hayward off the bench is 5. Like, what are these freaking fouls? Anyway, gonna try to get a pick and pop with Dirk to close this out. And look at Jason Collins barreling down the paint. Could you imagine a D Wade Dirk Nowitzki screen roll? That just sounds like too much fun. Anyway, gonna walk away champions. Who's this? LeVar Harrington. I'm there. Ron Artest blocks the 3 to close out the game, and the Dallas Mavericks complete the three-peat. Dirk Nowitzki, not a one-time champion, not a 2-time champion, but a 3-time NBA champion. Look how tall Yao Ming is compared to Dwayne Wade. Oh my gosh. They're even generous. Dwayne Wade is always listed at 6'3". He's like 6'1", maybe 6'2", let's be honest.
One team has emerged victorious. The NBA champions. Congratulations to the whole organization and, of course, this incredible team. This Larry O'Brien trophy, and I believe this suitcase are yours.
I still can't believe they don't have the old NBA commissioner, and they use the same championship celebration animations and speech for this old era's thing. So if it was like the 60s, do you think they'd still use the same thing? D Wade stole NBA Finals MVP? Come on, D. That's Dirk's. You can't do that to him. Well, there you have it. Dirk doesn't win 3 NBA Finals in a row, but he certainly does win the NBA championship. And the Mavericks complete the three-peat in this alternative universe where D Wade is a Dallas Maverick, where Yao Ming is a Dallas Maverick, where Ron Artest and Steven Jackson. What a team that we assembled here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.